What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I posted. Life came sideways and had to deal with it, but 2024 off-road and overlanding season is here and I'm back better than ever. Something I wanted to post, and I noticed I don't ever really see these on videos, basically a bug out bag in their truck or in their rig. 2009, 2010, I started building bug out bags expecting the worst. Nothing ever happened, so good on us. But it kind of got me thinking that when I go out on my trips alone, I'm going to need something. So I started rolling my bags into my truck. And this video is basically going to be me sharing my kit with you guys, my thoughts. Willing to open feedback on this one from you guys. So put in the comment section down below. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you guys get notified when I post new videos. But let's jump into it. Ooh, there's wafts everywhere. This is going to suck. Now, when I built these kits, I really got into it back in 2009, 2010. And over the years, I never really found what I was looking for, but I actually found this guy here. And this is the 511 Tactical Covert 18 version 2, I think. They come in a couple different colors. There's a green, this gray one, a black one, and maybe one other color. And these bags, the reason I picked these ones, there's no molly on the outside of them. They blend in. They look like a JanSport backpack. And when you're trying to get out of Dodge, you want to attract the least amount of attention as possible. So I went with this guy here. Now, my 5 pillars: fire, food and water, sustenance, shelter, medical, and comms. I go out on my own a lot. And so having everything I need when I need it is kind of essential. Spare thing of glasses. Protect your eyes. You only got one set, so when they're gone, they're gone. Something else I keep in this bag, a lot of what I keep in this bag, cordage. These are just kind of the tough outs. I'm taking the main compartment out to show you guys. Tons and tons of cordage. A Marpat half shelter. These things are great. Go into a Navy Marine surplus store and these things are fantastic. They've got rubber coating on the inside of them. They're Gore-Tex on the outside. This thing is great. I take it hunting. I make my shelters, my blinds. Really great little setup. Slingshot. You cannot go wrong with a slingshot. You really can't. I mean, there's your food right there. My medical I'll go into a little bit more because it's going to fold into the medical that I have in the kit. But just a basic Mountain Series medical kit from Adventure Medical Kits. Really great, comprehensive. There's a lot in them. There's just so much medical out there, and there's no reason not to have it. So just get your medical squared. Now, a lot of the redundancy that you'll see in this kit is just little kits everywhere. This here it's a fishing kit, but it's more than that. There's matches, there's jute twine in here, there's a ferrocene lens. Ferrocene? It's not a ferro rod, it's a reflective lens that you can create a fire with. Matches, there's leather straps in here, little buck knife, there's a small fishing kit in this tin. It's its own little kit. If I just need to roll fast, I could take this and stick it in a cargo pocket. Just carry it. Or if I need to nitpick it, I can. There's nothing in here I would lament losing. I'm gonna jump into sustenance. Now, if you can find them, get yourself some MREs. These things are great. I know people are like, ew, MREs, but I've got one of the coveted pizzas, pepperoni pizzas. These things are actually pretty tasty. They remind me of like Totino's pizzas or the pizzas you used to get in middle school and stuff. They're actually pretty good. I also have some Mountain House beef stew in here. Add hot water and poof, you got food. Like I said, keep this in your bag. If I break down or say I'm out four-wheeling and I roll the truck and it goes downhill, if I can get to the bag, I can get to all my stuff, we're good to go. Life straws. Water is life. We're made of it. The world's is covered in it. Water is life. So having water filtration is absolutely important, you guys. I hate to seem like I'm being pushy, but even if you don't have a bag, you should have these in your vehicle. Getting out of sustenance. Shelter. A Mylar shelter half. You can use it as a blanket. You can use it as a shelter. Again, really no reason not to have this in your bag. Accompany this with the Marpat tarp. You can make a half shelter using the paracord, make a half shelter turn the Mylar outward and create a fire. And if it's really cold out, all that heat is going to reflect off the Mylar in there, and it's just going to be like an oven. So it just, yeah, redundancy and essentials. Yeah, we'll go into it a little bit more. Pulling all this crap out, and I'm going to have to put it all back. Again, staying warm and staying dry. Fire is kind of a big one, but if you're not able to have fire, say you're out in one of the parks, hand warmers. They're cheap. I shouldn't say cheap. They're inexpensive. You can pack a ton of them in here. There's peel and stick body warmers. That has moleskin, so that goes with medical. But there's no reason not to have them. I mean, a couple ounces. Going into the fire and staying warm, like I said, there's tons of redundancy in this bag. Fire tender. Oh, another kit, more redundancy. There's a compass, a signaling mirror, tender, whistle, Mylar blanket, fishing kit, duct tape, little S.S.E kits. These things are great. Like I said, just redundancy. You can't ever have enough. This goes to my flashlight. This is some MRE innards. Again, another Mylar blanket. Stay warm, stay dry. What else is in here? Ferrocene rod. Nah, there's dry grass everywhere. I'm not going to strike it. But these things are great, and I think everybody should have one. Ooh, God, this guy's got tons of dirt in it. I'll go through all of this stuff. I'll do a little bit more in-depth detail of these. I just really wanted to go through the kit and show you guys what's in mine and kind of impress upon everybody that's getting into off-roading or overlanding, backpacking, adventuring, whatever it is. Start with the essentials. You can keep it light, you can make it heavy, whatever you want to do. But it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. What else we got in here? That does it for the main compartment. Now, let's go into this top guy real quick because there's not much in here. Compass. Having a compass and the ability to navigate is important. Knowing how to use your compass is important. There's classes all over the internet. Just about every state will have somebody in it that is teaching land navigation, how to read a map, which is important because if shit ever hits the fan, knowing how to read a map is going to save your bacon. And so get a good compass. Again, this is like the third compass in my bag. What else was in there? Where to put it? Look, another life straw. Water is life. Keep these things everywhere. Chem lights, great for signaling if you get lost. These are great for communication, signaling and stuff up in the air at night. Attach a string to this thing and just start whipping it. You can see it for miles. It really does show up. Protecting your hands. If your hands go to shit, you're screwed. Gloves, guys. Doesn't matter what they are. These are just some cheap, cobalt leather gloves. These things, they tear up fast, but they're cheap, and if I lose them or damage them, I'm not going to be too heartbroken about it. Next up, these here are cam jams. You basically just run your paracord through it, and you don't have to tie a knot, and it holds everything sturdy. Really good for quick, rapid shelter deployment. Good knife, you guys. As Gibbs says, rule 9, always never go anywhere without a knife. This is a Gerber, I don't remember what it was called, but always keep a knife. Keep it sharp, keep it readily available. Another essential, black trash bags. Food collection, water collection. You can make a simple shelter. You can cover your bags, keep your ass dry. Just more redundancy. This little guy right here is my tool bag. And in my little tool bag, there's a chainsaw. What I mean by a chainsaw, I'll show you guys this later. I'll get you guys like close-ups, all of this stuff. But it's just chainsaw, like a wire saw, except it's a chainsaw blade. And you just wrap it around the tree and start yanking. Everybody loves a good yank, you know? So that's just one of them. But in here is also, like I was saying, sometimes you're in a place where you can't have fire or it's not a good idea to have fire, like dry grass, is this little guy right here. Little titanium stove. Heat your food, heat your water, because the last thing you want to do is drink nasty water. You'll regret it, trust me. Zip ties. Gear repair. Anybody that's been off-roading knows how useful these zip ties are. 1,000,001 uses, about as useful as paracord. Actually, yeah, that about does it for this bag. But that's just everything I keep in here. And like I said, I can strip down all of this stuff and just a month later here in the man cave. A couple of things I want to add into the video before we go. First is communication. Now, if you're point to point on the trail in the camp, a little FRS, GMRS radio will do you good. There's a certificate that you are required to get to operate GMRS. All you have to do is apply and you get it. There's no test. Really easy, great for around the camps. Kids go to the bathroom, take showers, whatever. You can have the radio so you can communicate. Point to point on the trail. Really effective, cost effective, and efficient. Now, I have a GMRS base station in the truck. That'll get me, I don't know, probably 50 miles, a good clear range. Now, another one is ham radio. You do need a license to operate this. However, you do not need a license to monitor and to operate it for an emergency. If you're in trouble, go ahead and find somebody and start talking. You're not going to get in trouble for it. There's a lot to ham radios. The antennas help, the wavelengths, power are all factors that determine the range of a good ham radio. These are little Baofangs UV5Rs. I got 5 of them plus the data cable and everything for like 35, 40 bucks. Great option. Always keep them. They're in every car. I got them in a couple rooms in the house, so they're always there. Another form of communication, and these things, I see them everywhere, people use them, is a little Garmin inReach. Now, I can send, with the plan I got, I can send 10 text messages. In that text message will be all of my data, where I'm at, my GPS location, everything. So if I say, hey babe, I'm at camp, she'll know right where my camp is. And if she didn't hear me for 3 days, she can say, hey, this is the last text I got from here. And now they've got a search area. Great little piece of kit. And if I ever get in trouble, I can hit the SOS so I don't have a 127 hours moment. Great little piece of kit. Highly recommend these things. They'll save your butt in one way or another. They always do. Something I think a lot of people overlook, and I think it's just because it doesn't go out, but that is a crank solar powered AM/FM radio. Information coming in, just listening to music if you're trucking, you don't feel like wearing out your battery. It's small, it's compact. This is an Eaton Microlink FR160. Great little radio. I've had it for over a decade and still runs strong. I use it all the time. As always, understand your gear, get the proper licensing, and train, train, train. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is medical. Kind of a big one, kind of important. There's 2 types of medical that I keep with me whenever I'm out on the trip, for the most part. One is going to be your standard first aid. Ouchies, boo-boos, burns, band-aids, creams. It's all in here. This is the Adventure Medical Kit's weekend or Mountain Series Weekender Kit. I have added a lot to this. Broken down other smaller medical kits and just stuffed it in here. I mean, there's a lot in here. I'm going to do a more comprehensive video breakdown of everything that's in this. Throw a quick screenshot up of the back of this thing. It tells you what's in it from the factory. Great little piece of kit. I used to keep it in the truck all the time, but then I kind of moved away from that because I just did. I put other stuff in there. There's actually other medical kits in there. Now, the other type of medical that I keep in here is going to be a trauma kit. First aid or first responder active shooter kit. There's tourniquets, combat gauze, trach tubes in here. Yes, I know how to do a tracheotomy. There's even aspirin and some other stuff in here, and it's just kind of a trauma kit slash, man, something's hurt. But this stays in the truck all the time, strapped to the back of my seat. I really hope I never need it because the stuff that's in here usually means shit hit the fan and somebody's really hurt, and I hope I really don't ever have to use it. Now, all that out of the way, that's going to wrap this one up, you guys. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, and if you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. But until the next one, you guys, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you around.